George, thank you so much. That's such a nice introduction. And you and I'm trying to do that. Is that unmuted? Okay, thank you. For some reason, it keeps disconnecting. George and I share the privilege of working with Mark Jaffe at the Greater New York Chamber of Commerce, who's also been very active here, and George and I are on the board of that. And I've been a part of CACCI for many years. I met my brother, Dr. Roy Hastick, in 2009, and we became very close and very good friends. And I proudly kind of display these great awards that over the years I've accumulated. I'm also excited to be here. This is a great organization, and it's a great time. Before I move into that, I want to thank William Lake and Miss Walker and the other people who have been so gracious to invite me to participate in this. And Dr. Roy Hastick used to always start the meetings by saying, networking works, and CACCI networking works. So I'm not there to give a business card, but I will give you my phone number to start, and you can text me to connect. That's the easiest way to get connected and to follow through. So my phone number is 646-920-4652. I'll repeat this later, 646-920-4652. I want to just start by saying that we've been through a very terrible time with the pandemic, and I want to put things in context today. I'm excited about the great opportunities because the great opportunities are expanding for the Caribbean community. And the pandemic created the greatest economic development opportunities that we've seen since, I think, maybe the Industrial Revolution. It's created huge wealth. People have identified ways to get money, to have access to capital, and to invest it, and to create opportunities all over the world, but particularly in the United States and between the United States and the Caribbean Basin countries. And I include in that Puerto Rico, which is also a part of the Caribbean countries, but sometimes not tracked the same way because it's a district of the United States. So we've created this incredible series of opportunities because of change. Change has a lot of uncertainty that comes with it, and we have a lot of uncertainty that's piling up in front of us with inflation, with supply chain issues, with problems around the world politically and geopolitically, with China falling out of favor, etc. And this creates great opportunities for us, particularly for the Caribbean community, because there are already existing tariffs in place, and there are existing programs like Mr. Betts just described, where taxes and economic development make it a very great place an outstanding place for New York, for the New York business community to develop relationships and investments in the Caribbean communities. It was mentioned that there's an 80 million population of people living in the Caribbean. We have a 20 million population in New York, and there's about a 20 million population in Florida. So we're not quite as even together as big as the Caribbean community. So we have things like food. We're the largest provider of food and food processing to the Caribbean islands. We're the largest importer of various kinds of things, apparel, technology, and there's all kinds of tariff arrangements with the United States and the Caribbean islands. And my role with CACCI has changed over the years. I originally came in because I was a collaborator with my Chamber of Commerce in Long Island City and Astoria, and then I joined the Red Apple Group, and I was a member of the CACCI organization representing John Catsimatidis, and I was an active participant and continue to be a very active participant and advisor to all the board members. And I just feel that there's such opportunity, and I'm an entrepreneur. So as I was preparing for these comments today, I thought to myself, well, what can I do? How can I, as an entrepreneur, look at this opportunity and bring forward something that will help the CACCI members, and brings forward something that will help CACCI itself, and brings forward something that will help the countries. So I've decided to launch, as part of my SFBDG platform, and you can learn more about that when you text me, a new office of Caribbean trade, export, import, investment, and travel and tourism. I happen to be very fortunate to have a tremendous resource of contacts and relationships. My business does nothing but introductions and referrals, and so I can package a lot of information, package a lot of access to capital and resources, not unlike an economic development corporation, and not unlike CACCI, but I want to be supportive of all of the organizations and all the members of CACCI. So that's what I'm doing. I'm creating an office of Caribbean trade, investment, and travel and tourism. I have great relationships there. I mean, just thinking about how wonderful all the countries are, and became friendly with people in government in Barbados. Marie Moore Motley and Liz Thompson are great friends. They boldly separated themselves from the United Kingdom, and even a small country has corrected a lot of the things that were troubling it for many years, in terms of some corruptions and financial mismanagement, and they're just doing great. And we want to see the travel and tourism aspect of all the countries come back. Medical tourism will become a very important thing. Biotech development will become a very important thing. And I'm involved with all those things. So I invite you all to get to know the resources that I have organized, that I'm able to marshal through not only CACCI, but through the Greater New York Chamber of Commerce, and through George, and there's just so many great opportunities. We have challenges, but those challenges mean you have to think about the opportunities that are created by those new uncertain things that are ahead, and where you can find the resources and know the resources that you can tap into. I always told people at the Long Island City Astoria Chamber of Commerce, the most important thing is to know your resources and know how to tap into them. And there are so many resources. Before I finalize my comments, I just want to address the issue of education, because I'm doing that here in Long Island City still. I formed the Long Island City Astoria Friends of Information Technology, and we're still very actively doing that with the principal there. And one of the things that I focused on over the past few months is the career path issues. We have students that are graduating school that have lost 2 years of their education, and this is a precious part of the future of New York City and the Caribbean community. And we have to work together to help these students who have been disadvantaged by the COVID attack and pandemic against our schools. So I want to just pay particular attention to recognizing not just the education, but the career path that comes from that education, and how we help these young people. And this, we really have to reach back to 9-year-olds today, because these young people have to be mentored, and the only way to really correct the disruption that's taken place is through mentoring. So I invite all of you to really look for ways in the school system that we have in New York City to mentor students and help them get established in their new lives. And this is the strength of New York City and the future. So God bless you all. Ray and I held hands around the table many times. So I hope we do that at the end of this meeting, because that's so important. I remember bringing John Catsimatidis to Roy's home at one time. I see George's face. He's going to cut me off. Hold hands around the table, George. Thank you. God bless you all. I'm sorry. Yes. 646-920-4652. And if you like, I'll give you the website that you could get to look at some of this stuff. Is SFBDG, as in Strategic Finance. I'm sorry, SFBDG, as in Strategic DG, as in Strategic Financial and Business Development Group, City Entree, CITYENTREE.com. And we'll have we're going to open gateway hubs in the various countries to offer access locally for meet and greets and other things. We'll organize that. You're fantastic. Thank you. And thank you for everything. And it's so good to be here. And God bless everyone.